Hola! Thanks for stopping by. Hope everyone's doing awesome as always. Just wanted to reach out again today with a quick video, kind of an addendum to the little piece I put out yesterday, and to kind of tie things up for where we're at with JSAUX Dock saga for the time being, while I just honestly wait for the resolution to come through, most likely in the way of Valve doing an update, or if I happen to luck upon someone out there who knows their ways around programming within Linux and can actually resolve that handshake agreement issue that's been present since the 3.3.1 update, and is still there after the 3.3.2 update that was released this last week. Unfortunately, has not resolved my issue, so I wanted to just kind of briefly show the email that correspondence that I had back and forth with the company, to kind of compare it with the response I received from Valve. As you know, I appreciate the work from both companies for what they've done to try to bring this tool for creativity out to the public in a timely fashion. However, I will say that as far as the experience goes, I would have to say that JSO is more than likely a smaller company, and therefore they still seem to have that human connection when you get in contact with someone through their customer service. Whereas, here with Valve, my biggest gripe, I suppose, in the whole exchange is just, it seemed that I was more the obstacle than the objective to the person who was answering that most recent email, rather than trying to collaborate with me to find the best road forward to resolving this issue for everyone. They kind of receded inside themselves about me putting an undue request on them for 38 minutes, which really wasn't the case. But I don't want to harp on it too much. It was what it was, and this is just kind of a little bit of contrast. And as I said, I'll keep everybody update on this issue as it goes forward. And this was the most recent bit of news as things proceed, so I wanted to include that. And as we get ready to do that, let me go ahead and switch over to my cell phone cam, but I've got it hooked up now through OBS, so I actually have a multi-camera display, and I'm just trying to respond to some of the criticism I have received from my various viewers. I was told that the pink or the ultraviolet light can be a little bit much for people's eyes, so I figure I'd give a go without any light here. And also, considering that I received a little bit of criticism for the video yesterday, saying that the camera that I had was a potato, that's the reason why you're now seeing this change in my equipment. Just to let you all know too, I've gone ahead and I've gotten OBS installed on my main primary laptop workstation and my web cruising computer, and then I've also got versions of OBS installed in the Linux and the Windows operating systems on the Steam Deck itself. And so I will have some projects that will be getting worked on to debut to the Awesome Deck channel specifically, as I want that channel to be more focused on actual kind of arts and crafts stuff that comes from the Steam Dock, and then this channel is just kind of a way to vlog, I guess, a little bit, or keep up to date with where I'm at in the ebbs and flows of my interests, and that way it doesn't have to feel so contained. But I still will refer back to this space for the time being, as it applies to this docking station issue until the Awesome Deck channel at least seems to be self-sufficient in its own right. So that might take a little bit of time, but the main reason, though, that we're here was to just kind of show you the new hardware that I've got in place, and then I also wanted to share with you an email that I had received from the company over at JSAUX, that to contrast the one that I had received, of course, from Rockstar. So let's go ahead and bring that up. As you see on my screen, let's see, on my screen it is right there, and here we go. My screen is right here. So first letter I sent off was kind of a little chatty Cathy wordy. I have a tendency to do that, it seems. I just received my HB0604 and free gifts. Thanks for the prompt shipping. However, dock won't connect. The IP address, for some reason, you can only assume it's due to the new update from Valve, OS 3.3.1. Seemed to work correctly prior to making the update. And is there going to be an update to address the issue? Please note, I notified Valve about see if they have any solutions to offer. Thanks again for the assistance. I can't wait to get the full use from the device. So just kind of putting it out there the way it was, and not really expecting much either way. But they did respond, and it simply says, "Dear John, thank you for the contact. You can update Steam Deck system 3.3.2, which can be better compatible with third-party accessories. You can contact me if you have any questions. Best regards, JSAUX support team." Specific person's name Nina, and I thought that was a really nice message. Pretty straightforward. Really wasn't too much to, think about one way or the other. But I went ahead and sent her another email because that was the day that I had actually did the 3.3.2 update, and since she had referenced it, I wanted to let her know that unfortunately that wasn't going to resolve this issue. So in this email I write back, I ruled out the issue I ruled out the issue to something in Linux that's not shaking hands, as the dock works beautifully when installing Windows through the drive on the dock's SD port. In fact, the dock actually connected to the internet, and that is the Ethernet, prior to finishing the Windows setup. So I had the Ethernet Wi-Fi. I had the Ethernet before Wi-Fi could be reestablished via the driver updates through Steam, or from Steam rather. And then I just wrote about documenting the issue, and I sent them a link to my YouTube videos that I was at the time, and said dock's great all around otherwise. If I can fit an IPU coded Steam Deck in the docking station even, so letting them know that it's good design all the way around. And then I just, thanks for your time and concern. And then, much like people at Valve, they probably thought, well, what are we going to do with this video? We don't really need this. So I got another response, and thankfully, it just simply says, "Dear John Richards, thank you for your understanding and patience. You can contact me if you have any questions. Best regards, JSAUX support, Nina." And that's all I need, there's not really much to offer one way or the other, and so she just simply said thank you for your interest, and she's letting me on my way, and I appreciate the acknowledgement. So like I said, with the Valve situation, I don't even think that's really much of anything other than somebody who just was like, this is not my job. And I've been in places like that before, and I've even held that kind of opinion from time to time as well. But a situation like this, I don't think anybody is really, being malicious or anything like that. So I would just want us to try to focus on what the issue actually is, and that's just getting this Ethernet connection resolved. But I will, of course, keep you all updated as this saga continues to unfold. And then, as I said in my previous video and earlier, I do plan on making the Awesome Deck channel a little bit more self-sufficient from this channel, and so I will start posting Steam Deck project specific kind of things to that channel specifically. But I'm gonna have my head down for a little bit of time, focus on making something nice and good so that people really appreciate it. And then in the meantime, on the day-to-day kind of stuff, how-tos and whys of where I'm at with my everything, I'll probably include that stuff here as my primary personal page of interest, and then that way it's going to be just a smorgasbord of whatever happens to be my current interest or anything like that. But if you have any questions or concerns, I do appreciate any feedback at this time. Surprisingly, I've managed to get over 500 views on the video that was posted last week, so I realize there's going to be a lot of ebb and flow on this channel. It's just the nature of things, especially this early on. I don't even know how many people really watched that video all the way through, but just the fact that it got clicked on and is giving me a little bit of a foothold for the algorithm, I do appreciate, and I thank you again for all your time and concern with these matters. And hopefully here in a little bit I'll be able to start bringing you a little bit more entertaining content to go along with all this informative diagnostic just whatever. And with that said, you all have a wonderful weekend, and be awesome as always, and I will talk with you soon.